shadows whisper secrets, the wind carries forgotten tales, and the veil between the known and the unknown is thin. And in these twilight hours, mysteries stir. Welcome to the Mysterious series, where we tread upon the edge of the unexplained, delving into enigmas that have baffled humanity for centuries. Prepare to embark on a journey where history blurs with legend, and every clue is a step closer to the truth. We upload once a week in this series, so subscribe and hit the bell icon to ensure you don't miss any new tales. Are you ready to face the shadows of time? Welcome, listeners, to another episode of Unlocking History. Today, we delve into the shadows of the year 1518, where a strange and unsettling phenomenon gripped the city of Strasbourg in what would become known as the Dancing Plague. Just imagine a scene, if you will. Cobbled streets, bustling with daily life, suddenly erupt in a spectacle of frenzied dancing. Men, women, even children, seized by an uncontrollable urge to leap, twirl, and stomp, day and night, until their bodies gave way from utter exhaustion. This wasn't some joyful celebration, but a terrifying epidemic, shrouded in mystery and superstition. We'll unravel the events, explore the theories, and attempt to understand what set an entire city dancing to the brink of death. Buckle up, folks, because this is a tale of mass hysteria, religious fervor, and perhaps even a sprinkle of fungus. Let's rewind to the summer of 1518 in Strasbourg. The air hung heavy with the promise of harvest, but a darker shadow lurked beneath the sun-drenched streets. Whispers of hardship and disease were commonplace, the city grappling with food shortages and outbreaks of the bubonic plague. Then, on a seemingly ordinary day, the unthinkable happened. There she is, Frau Trophäa, dancing in the street. A woman, known as Frau Trophäa, suddenly began a frantic, silent dance. No music, no celebration, just an inexplicable compulsion that propelled her body into a whirlwind of movement. It started innocently enough, but as the hours turned into days, the dance continued, relentless and unsettling. It wasn't a graceful waltz or a lively jig. Witnesses described contortions, wild flailing, and a vacant stare in Trophäa's eyes. Soon, a morbid curiosity drew onlookers, then participants. One by one, like dominoes toppling, others felt the same urge, the same uncontrollable pull, to join the macabre dance. Within days, the streets became a stage for this bizarre ballet of the damned. Dozens, then hundreds, succumbed to the dancing frenzy. They danced in homes, on cobblestones, even in churches, their bodies fueled by a morbid energy that defied logic and reason. Days bled into weeks, the city falling into chaos. The dancers wore themselves ragged, their clothes soaked in sweat, their skin blistered from friction. Some collapsed from exhaustion, others died from heart attacks or strokes. Fear and superstition festered like a plague of its own. Theories swirled like the dancers themselves. Some blamed demonic possession, convinced a malevolent entity had cursed the city. Others pointed to divine retribution, citing Saint Vitus's dance, a religious belief in which the saint afflicted sinners with uncontrollable movements. But amidst the whispers of the supernatural, a different voice emerged. A physician named Theophrastus Bombastus von Hohenheim, better known as Paracelsus, offered a more grounded explanation. He attributed the dancing plague to a psychological phenomenon, a mass hysteria fueled by stress, fear, and the collective trauma of the times. While Paracelsus's ideas were revolutionary for the time, the city authorities, desperate for a solution, turned to religious rites and pilgrimages. They even hired musicians to play soothing melodies, hoping to counter the chaotic rhythm of the dancers. But it was not music or divine intervention that finally brought the madness to an end. The city council, in a desperate bid, built a makeshift stage outside the city walls and ordered the dancers to be transported there. Let them dance themselves to death, the council reasoned, far from the eyes of the terrified populace. And perhaps in this isolation, the epidemic lost its potency. Separated from the crowd, the dancers gradually stopped. The mass hysteria seemed to dissipate, leaving behind a city scarred and bewildered. The dancing plague of 1518 remains an enigma, a haunting reminder of the fragility of the human mind and the power of collective delusion. Was it ergot poisoning, as some have suggested? A stress-induced mass hysteria? Or something else entirely? Controversy exists over whether people ultimately danced to their deaths. Some sources claim that for a period the plague killed around 15 people per day, but the sources of the city of Strasbourg at the time of the events did not mention the number of deaths, or even if there were fatalities. There do not appear to be any sources related to the events that make note of any fatalities. Ned Pennant Rea also claims that the final death toll is not known. But if the claims of 15 people dying per day were true, then the toll could be into the hundreds. The main source for the claim is John Waller, who has written several journal articles on the subject, and the book A Time to Dance, A Time to Die, the extraordinary story of the dancing plague of 1518. The sources cited by Waller that mention deaths were all from later accounts of the events. There is also uncertainty around the identity of the initial dancer, either an unnamed woman or Frau Trophea, and the number of dancers involved, somewhere between 50 and 400. Of the 6 chronicle accounts, 4 support Lady Trophea as the first dancer. We may never know for sure, but the echoes of the dancer's silent screams still resonate through the centuries. A cautionary tale of how fear and uncertainty can twist reality and turn even the most mundane dance into a deadly waltz. So, there you have it. The dancing plague of 1518. A story that's equal parts captivating and chilling. A tale of collective madness that reminds us of the fragility of our own mental well-being and the interconnectedness of our minds. This is just a glimpse into the fascinating world of historical oddities. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below with your favorite historical mysteries. Don't forget to check out the sources listed below for further reading. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and remember, even the most mundane can harbor the extraordinary. Perhaps the answers lie not in grand solutions, but in the haunting echoes of the unknown. For the truth, curiosity never rests. As elusive as it may be is the very lifeblood of the mystery. Till next time, remember the shadows whisper. Wind carries forgotten tales. The veil between the known and the unknown is always tantalizingly thin. Stay curious, stay skeptical. Most importantly, never stop questioning. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment below.